Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So you're watching
Tales of Old Portland.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city had decayed from what it should do. Bloodshot's walking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. Nothing about it, way too much. Just trying to make the dream come true.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Girls trip through my world. They change their clothes, they change their hair. I believe they've got nothing better to do. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make the dream come true. If I didn't have to always rush, I'd be involved in the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. Lions and tigers and flying around the street parade.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city had decayed from what it should do. Bloodshot's walking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know.
unwritten stories.
Special times, special memories,
Living in Oregon
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Told me what was happening, so I cut dinner short and raced over to the hospital.
Right.
And basically, he was in pretty bad shape. He was in the ICU still, and he kept talking to me about Badfinger.
Right.
And he kept telling me that I had to watch the British documentary.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were bloods and crips and lots of crimes. The city abdicated from what it should do. Left tax rolling and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. I thought about it way too much. Just trying to make the dream come true.
We think it's important to get the unwritten stories.
Special times, special memories,
Living in Oregon
true stories.
to share with future generations.
You guys are actually okay. Don't let my parents' generation give you too much shit.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV.
And this. They played actual songs. This isn't the way.
Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city abdicated from what it should do. Left tax walking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are back. Only sides I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too.
We think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
And then we'll bring out Chris. And hopefully we're at the 9, 10, 9, 12 at that point. We go wrong on the interviews, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But we get Chris. I've got a slideshow. He's the winner Light Festival. And then
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is,
Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Well, Adams, I see that you're here for the killing of the Abraham Lincoln. You know, going to improv some of that.
I did do it.
You were trying to prove guilty. That's all you have to do.
I want my punishment, whatever,
You know, that kind of stuff that we need to do. Well, look, city folk, you probably don't know about this mountain man, but we have a thing called exculpatory
Stories
evidence.
from the heart
We have something
about
that
Northeast
surprise you.
from the residents of the area.
Little southern brother of ours, P.W. Griffin, happened to be there that night, only known footage. See, the bear killed Lincoln. I'm sorry, put Ben the bear on trial, and you're trying to defend him. That's the whole. And at the end, you're free. I'll be arguing. Well, you're free, Ed. Be careful out there.
We think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is,
Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Girls drift through my world. They change their clothes, they change their hair. I believe they've got nothing better to do. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make a dream come true. If I didn't have to always rush, I'd be involved in the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. Lions and tigers and flying around in the street parade.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city had decayed from what it should do. Bloodshot swallowing and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make a dream come true.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Oh, we were trying to debate that. You're Gen X, aren't you?
Yes.
But you're the tail end.
76. Yeah. I never watched the Rockford Files.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is.
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Girls drift through my world. They change their clothes, they change their hair. I believe they've got nothing better to do. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make a dream come true. If I didn't have to always rush, I'd be involved in the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. In the street parade. Lions and tigers and flying around in the street parade.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city had decayed from what it should do. Bloodshot swallowing and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make a dream come true.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories, true stories.
to share with future generations.
It's getting hot in here, man.
Yep.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city had decayed from what it should do. Bloodshot's walking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing, the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. Nothing about it, way too much. Just trying to make a dream come true.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Not quite, but I'm hoping it's going to be the 22nd of February.
Well, I'm going to interview. I'm going to write a blog post about it.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
Well, why don't you go ahead and have a seat?
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
And
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Yeah, and actually, David, can we start with the city? And what I'll do is I'll stand up.
In the street
about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
It was a different time. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city abdicated from what it should do. Blackjack's rocking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in
Tatums. I tell you something, Tatums.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Production. I think this is the Arnican or no, the Praetorian Guard outfit. That's what it's most known for. All right, 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes, and there'll be a little 3-minute intro.
Hello, I'm Alistair Duff, and this is...
Jeff Dodge.
And you're watching TDP TV. Hi there, I'm Alistair Duff,
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
and you're watching TDP TV.
This is Norman Sylvester.
And I'm Jeff Dodge.
So
You're watching Tales of Old Portland.
Got 30 seconds. Is that working for everybody?
girls strip through my world. They change their clothes, they change their hair. I believe they've got nothing better to do.
Here you go.
I thought about it way too much, just trying to make the dream come true.
Listen, I'll look for your cue. Keep the camera on me.
In the street parade. In the street
Over stuff. This is totally unprofessional. Okay, I guess we're ready. We ready?
Stories from the heart about Northeast Portland from the residents of the area.
No, let's let Norman. Okay, I see it. We're gonna finish this out.
times. There were Bloods and Crips and lots of crimes. The city abdicated from what it should do. Blackjack's rocking and your cellars rolling. The gangs are flashing the only signs I know. I'm a West Side skater, but I've got friends in the Northeast too. I thought about it way too much, just trying to make the dream come true.
But we think it's important to get the unwritten stories,
Special times, special memories,
living in Oregon,
true stories.
to share with future generations.
Just like that shot. We're fading to black. Going to black. Standing by. And we're going to start the open. Taking open.
Inside the forest is a door into another land. Here is our life and
Well, order, order. I'm here to preside over the ongoing trial of Grizzly Tatums. Grizzly Tatums, do you have anything to say for yourself? Well, you know what, before we get there, let me get to a point of order here. I am Judge Wolcott, and I'm here to present something that you probably didn't know about, Mr. Tatums.
What's that?
Well, Mr. Tatums, I seem to be hearing something strange in the background. David, is that your phone? You're not getting it? Okay, nothing happened. What I'm trying to say, quite honestly, is that you, Mr. Tatums, are guilty of no crime. We have something that you mountain men probably have never heard of. It's called exculpatory evidence.
I did it. There's no doubt about it. I did it. Just take me away. Let's get this.
Are you?
I'm no stranger to accusations. So go right ahead. Just go right ahead.
Grizzly Tatums, are you really going to take the fall for the assassination of Abraham Lincoln? Is that correct?
Hey, I live in the woods. Just whatever you need. Just I'm your man.
All right, Mountain Man. Well, let me present to you some of this exculpatory evidence that we've found. You will see that Mr. Tatums is lying, and I could, of course, try him for perjury here. But let's take a little look at what our, you see, there is our beloved president, and the bear shoots him. The bear shoots him. The bear, and he escapes, and before he escapes, he looks at the crowd and yells something in Latin, some kind of grisly Latin statement. And his poor wife, and you will see it, he takes the gun, and he, to the left of the head, to the left of the head. And then back to the stage, downstage, and to the upstage, sic semper tyrannis.
Some kind of circus bear. That's not my band.
That's Ben. That is your bear band. To the left of the head. And back down from the balcony. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Tatums?
You can get bear outfits real easy.
Well,
That wasn't my band. That wasn't my band.
let's bring the galley in. Galley, let's bring the galley in. Now, we request that the bear is put on the stand. Mr. Ben, can you please take the stand? Oh. Yeah, you know, Mr. Bear, there is no need for politics in this region. I take very unkindly to that. Why are you wearing a hat to the court? Not a proper hat, anyway. And what is with that smirk on your face? Take that stupid smirk off your face. You disgusting bear. All right. Well, Mr. Tatums, I'm going to set you free. I think we have us our prisoner. You best get going, Mountain Man.
It's fine with me. This is a circus.
Yeah. Get better,
Not my
circus.
band.
You keep on the run, boy.
Not my band.
Kind of circus clown he thinks I am. 1, 2, 3, 4.
refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee. To live like a refugee, don't have to live like a refugee.
Ho ho, hey hey, and welcome to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. I am your host, Jeff Dodge, and we're very excited to welcome you to Season 4. In fact, we're trying to be so on it, we thought we'd bring you sound, and I can do this now. That's my name. And I'd like to introduce you to our musical director, Mr. Rich Reese, on the drum set. Rich, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Jeff. It's great to be here on this Monday evening in late January, the year of our Lord, 2019.
2019. Do you know what day this is?
It is the 33rd anniversary of the Challenger disaster.
Oh, that's such an uplifting thought.
It sure is. It's also the 6th anniversary of your good friend Scott's cardiac event.
Yes, another uplifting thought.
Yeah,
yes.
which...
and our friend, the captain, we wish him well. He's also going through some heavy surgery right now.
I heard about that. Okay.
Yes, yes, but he's apparently gotten through the first phase of it, and we'll be pitching. Who knows? Maybe that will turn into something.
Okay.
As with Scott, I don't know if the audience knows this, but 6 years ago, is that what it is?
6 years ago today, yeah.
A founding moment of the Peasant Revolution Band with the triumvirate of Steve Rich and I, which used to always involve another cat named Bobby Caesar. But God, that guy's schedule, Echo Narcissus.
Yeah, that's, yeah, he really got sidetracked there.
Well, and speaking of sidetracked, I wanted to give you something. This is for your birthday, Rich.
Oh, well, thanks.
This is Mr. Leonard Nimoy. David, I don't know if you can get a shot of this.
I don't know if I deserve this.
This is Mr. Leonard Nimoy. Honey, I was going to present my gift. You got a gift too? I thought we were coordinating this. Okay, well, apparently this is a big thing. There's something going on here, but we have a customary Leonard Nimoy, and oh, we should get the space background. Now we should have, yeah, that's much better. I like that. Yeah, so happy birthday, Rich.
Oh, well,
Live
thank
long
you.
and prosper.
That's the intention.
Are you you are a young Gen Xer, is that correct? I don't want you to
That's right.
reveal
I'm
your age
76.
necessarily. 76.
76, yeah, so I'm 43. And,
Okay. Because I have a cousin that was born in 75, and he's like
Okay.
32 somehow.
yeah,
According to
we're-
Facebook, I don't.
Oh, well, we have a lot of ideas about what our actual age is. Those of us mid 70s kids, 75 and 76 were actually where that Gen X dearth of births kind of ran out. Like we really dropped down, close to 3 million births in each of those years, and then it started to pick back up. That's where you get back into the millennials.
Well, and in the spirit of 1976,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know if I know this one.
happy birthday
Oh my goodness.
to you.
Well, this is
Happy
Look at that.
birthday to you.
oh my god.
Happy birthday.
That looks exquisite, by the way.
Dear Rich Reese, and also our niece Annalise. By the way, happy birthday to you. Woo! Woo! Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. This is very exciting. Oh, and I also have a niece, Annalise.
Do you?
Yeah, for the Norwegian heritage. I don't know if that's
Yes,
the case with
yes.
you guys, but
No, Jamila's the most Scandinavian. We're very Skyrish. We're,
oh yeah, I remember.
gonna have a
Yeah,
special
I've seen
about that
Stu pay for stuff, and I know that Scottish is definitely
yes.
present there.
Well, it's a tough thing because the Scottish are very good about money and the Irish are very terrible about it. So
you
you,
could say
end up
that
with
they're
me.
good about money in a
Well, they.
Anyways, let's just say I'm tentatively volunteering to drum for them
Oh,
if they've got space for the
the
for
Skyrish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we gotta have an agreement in pretty much carved in stone before
Okay.
moving forward
The
on that.
contracts and all
Yeah.
that.
But I have to say about turning 43 is that it kind of feels like getting hit with a sack of oranges.
Is that your advice for the next generation?
I wouldn't really call it advice because advice is just reminiscence combined with a little self-congratulation. But no, that's just kind of my observation for the day. Is like I feel like I've been assaulted. Like it doesn't leave a mark, but it lets you know who's boss.
Right.
And that's my reaction to the day. Like I'm fully into it. I listened to Steely Dan in the car on the way to my job in the suburbs.
Which are your favorite Steely Dan tunes?
Oh, the favorite tunes probably Kid Charlemagne, Peg, and King of the World. But in terms of favorite album, Royal Scam, by far the best drumming. And
I'm
and
familiar with
it's a
it.
very guitar-heavy album, which I never noticed because the drums and the bass are so good.
Yes. Well, it's come to that time. We've got to pay some bills here.
Sure.
So, Rich, happy birthday! So glad to have the best drummer on this side of the 10-block circumference.
Thank you. I just
It's the
missed a call
commander.
from my grandma in Florida.
Oh, your grandma. We're going to take a commercial break
Yeah.
so Rich can talk to his grandma. We'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Well, she doesn't need to be up this late. It's like 12:18 back there.
Vladimir's Epidermis Emporium. That's right, our epidermis is showing. Surrender to your innermost desires. The most beautiful epidermis you ever can hope to see. The best, most well-oiled, finest lotions having been applied. Our epidermis offers a feast for your eyes and the best epidermis you will ever see, as well as the most epidermis you can ever hope to see. Enjoy the sensual beauty of Vladimir's epidermis Emporium.
The accent was invented after her.
Yeah, Red's Garage. We fix broken hose, smashed windshield. We fix. No problem. Be back Tuesday. Fix then. No job too small. We fix. Your car, our car, we take care. No problem. No problem. We fix. Broken headlight. Broken trunk. Carburetor. We fix. No problem. No problem. Ready Tuesday. Ready Tuesday. You come back. No problem. Red's Garage. 349 Volga Avenue. Yeah.
Fish, herring, in the house, yeah! Woo!
Hey, I'm here.
Come on in, baby. Please, have a seat.
I get my own microphone.
Sure. That brand is familiar.
Yeah.
The ways.
Many days with one of these microphones way back in the past. Many nights, I should say.
Many nights.
Many creepy nights.
Well, I'm hoping we can get into that. This is a 3-hour special after all. So.
Oh, is it a
Yes,
Christmas
yes,
special?
Well, it's a 2019 special. We
Oh,
decided to make all of our shows 3 hours long now.
I like that. I like that.
It's the Joe Rogan effect,
Oh,
I guess.
Yeah, I'm totally in.
So Chris, I know you is from a ways back, but you, I want to take the audience. The name Fish. When did that start?
Well, it came from the herring part.
Yes.
So some little kid said, "Hey, fish."
Very early on, then. Do you remember what grade?
I have
Or were you
no
younger than
idea.
grade school?
I think I was younger than grade school.
Relatives?
I think it's
or-
shown up a few times. It's gone away, and then it showed up with other people who thought they created it.
Uh-huh.
They're all like really amazing. Like, oh, fish! I got fish out of herring. It's like, oh yeah. And there's other people who think I'm a bird because they don't know.
Well, Jeff Dodge had a lot of interesting conniptions as well. That was always like,
Dodgeball.
yeah, it was Jeff Dodge was not good enough. It was very boring. Dodgeball, Oddball Day was a friend of ours. And when I first moved into the dorms, I was just called Ho Chi Minh, because I had a little goatee.
Oh, interesting.
There's still a friend of shout out to Wes Campbell if you're out there in Florence, Oregon. He invented Ho Chi. Hey, Ho Chi.
I had people who thought I was a communist because I had a little communist pin that I
Yes.
got from my dad who went to Russia once. And so I had this little pin. I thought it was interesting and funny.
Well, so your parents weren't from Russia, though, were they?
They were. They were from Siberia.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Banished there.
They were, yeah, exactly. They were in a gulag. They actually worked in a gulag in the laundry.
And that was like, that would have been during the Andropov era then? Or
It was, I think it was 1941.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
back in the day. Yeah.
Stalin. We're talking Stalin.
Yeah, they had to wash a lot of underwear.
Uncle Joe. Dirty underwear, Uncle Joe. That was his nickname, you know.
Whoa, I know that guy.
Oh, God.
My uncle.
Not Baloney Joes.
Not
But
particularly.
speaking of Baloney Joes,
I love bologna.
and I love Joe's, the combination brings us to your past of Portland. You do have some roots here, if I remember correctly.
I do have quite a few roots.
Yes.
3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a tree growing, a couple
Yeah.
branches under the sidewalk.
I grew up in Portland, and I bopped around Portland, and I lived all over Portland and other places, but Portland mostly.
a good place to be from. It's a good place to walk away from and come back to also.
I've heard that before.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
It makes you feel better.
I never leave. I keep wanting to leave, and I never leave.
Right now, you could just like walk out the door and go somewhere else, like Vancouver or Doofer.
Well, let's see if we can go to outer space here, and let's see. Are we in outer space yet?
I think I'm always in outer space.
I think if. Oh, we're not. Hang on. It's the wrong outer. Oh, there it is. Yes, yes. That's see. There's Jupiter right behind me.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
How come you get Jupiter? I don't get anything.
Well, if you stand right here.
Oh, really?
Well, that's
I see.
it's a sketch we need to work on. But, future sketches.
It's a big green magic bubble.
So speaking of Portland, I keep coming back to this. Rich, you get into this. You and I talk quite exquisitely about this. You mentioned that word.
I love Portland. I think
It's the old Portland, new Portland thing. I mean, do you have an opinion about it?
Old Portland was a lot more fun. Well, in some ways, it was a lot more sketchy and interesting.
Now, what era are we talking about in old Portland for
90s,
you?
80s, last month. The new Portland has better food, way better food.
Yes, yes.
And the drinks are better, but they cost too much.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's kind of boring.
I've heard that. I've heard there's kind of a...
There's a lot of new people floating around, and they're just kind of mundane.
Well, Rich lives in the Kenton neighborhood, and he has seen it from that prism.
Kenton district.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. They're 18 years now.
So you've seen the people that were like, I'm selling, I'm out of here, I got my money, and then people come in and going, that racetrack's too damn loud.
Yeah, see, which I don't like. I don't love auto racing for cultural reasons and environmental reasons. But with that one issue, that racetrack's been there longer than anybody who lives there right now. And I don't care. I mean, what people are doing in that neighborhood, by the way, is they're trying to get low property taxes on these older homes, get the appreciation, and they don't even send their kids to the goddamn schools. They come in, they're not contributing to the neighborhood, they're just there to have a cheap place to live in Portland, close to the Max Lane, where they're getting appreciation.
Yep.
And so they want to shut down the racetrack.
And then
I don't see how it works. I'm sorry, I just ate some sugar, can't form an opinion, but I don't like the change. That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel the same way about last Thursday.
Last Thursday, right
Same
here,
thing.
yes.
People complaining about last Thursday because it was so bad and everybody was loud and crazy.
Mhm.
It's like it's 6 days out of the year.
Right.
Not even 6 days. It's usually like 5, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna move to your neighborhood," and then I'm whining.
Well, the February one's a little out of control. I side with the people on that.
Exactly. Oh my God,
That's
that was
why
the
you
worst.
should be
and
thinking about other things in February. We'll get back to that.
Last Thursday, you
Yes.
can't be. Is it Flight 64 over there? Is that the
Flight 64, our friends at Flight 64, they've been very good to us.
We'll be playing one of those this summer, I hope.
Hopefully, we'll get in there. I think some
Mile High Club or
schedules.
something?
It's like that. Once we get playing, it's like you're a mile high. But
Just wondering. I don't know.
yeah. No, Flight 64 is an art co-op down the street here on Alberta, and they do prints. And Jamila Hart has her prints available through there, as well as a lot of them. Well, there's you can print out art, but they also have a line of royalty that's available for your perusal. You can order.
Any prints, the other kind of prints I see.
No, it's some weird hierarchy you never heard of. It's like out in some kind of one of those stands.
No.
Klavakistan.
It's a cozy affair back there.
Klamakistan? Is that what it is? Clackamastan. That's Clackamastan.
I don't want to go there.
Russia, Clackamastan, a lot of royalty.
Oh, yeah. They have a giant mall there, I hear.
Yes. The Great Mall of Clackamastan.
It's amazing.
Okay, so well, let's take a little break here, and we're gonna come back and talk to something that I think is near and dear to Chris's heart. We'll be back after this message.
Well, maybe this whole winter's blues thing is kind of, maybe it's a real thing. You know, I know winter anywhere can be tough. It's cold, it's wet, it's snowy, or wherever you are, it's miserable. But I never get the winter blues because I'm always drinking Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City coffee. It's always good, And it's always something that just keeps me warm inside and just, chases those winter blues away. I'm not saying that it really does have any of these kind of medicinal qualities, but, nothing like a cup of coffee. And it's got to be Safford Brothers. Downtown Blend, Taste the City coffee. Nothing like it. Chasing those winter blues away. You're going to feel good. It's always good. This coffee is great. I swear by it. I love it. And it's going to make you happy.
I like this goatee. It's like every AV has the goatee beard thing, right? We're back. We're back. Yes. Oh, are we back, or was there another ad? I might have missed it. Okay, well, we're back now. We are definitely back with the immortal Chris Fish Herring. Hello. Yes. So we'll get back into those roots a little bit more at some point, I hope. But I wanted to start with the slideshow. Now give me your Portland Winter Light Festival, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
What is it? When did it start? And how can you get involved?
Well, you can go to our website, pdxwlf.com.
And
volunteer.
And I'll insert a little card where you do that shows the link, and so when people can, in the syndicated version.
Yeah, you can volunteer, you can donate to the festival, but it's basically an interactive technology light pixel mapping art festival on the waterfront.
The east side Esplanade.
And the west side.
And the west side.
Yeah, it's about 2 miles long.
Wow.
Oregon Rail Heritage Museum, all the way down past OMSI, past the Hawthorne Bridge, underneath it, all the way through Salmon Springs to the World Trade Center, and then all over PSU campus.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, let's take a look at it. Here we're gonna, if you want to narrate or if you just want to talk about it.
Well, right there's a space cat. That's pretty cool. No, it's really great because it's a community festival, and there's pieces all over town. We're trying to get people.
That dragon caught me. What was that? What year was that?
That's Ivan McLean. He is a metal artist around Portland, and he makes incredible pieces. He made a lot of the trash cans on Alberta years and years ago.
Oh, right.
And now he's made all sorts of giant, beautiful things.
Wow.
And that's a pegacorn, which everybody likes a pegacorn.
Pegacorn.
Yeah. It's like, part Pegasus, part unicorn, part lights.
I think that was in Clash of the Titans.
It was, actually. Yes. Dolly Parton was riding it in the battle.
Or was that Marvin Hamlish? Or Hamlin? No, it's Hamlin.
Gaye, I think, actually.
Marvin Gaye doing Marvin Hamlish. What is this? Oh, this is the building of the dragon, it looks like. It looks so cool even in day, in the color.
He also has a
Now, what was this caught me? There's a parade?
That's the Lantern Parade.
Now, does that happen every time, too?
It happens every year, and it happens on the Saturday of the festival. This year will be on the 9th.
So February 9th, the Lantern Parade. And when does...
at the World Trade Center, and there's like a silent dance party, and there's all sorts of art all over the World Trade Center, and just everything going on.
This caught my eye.
Tesla coils. We had that last year.
Oh,
at
wow.
the Rail Museum. It was amazing. People loved it.
But
it flooded, too many people.
Right.
It's just like overflow. And that's a girl in a circle.
Oh, it looks kind of like what was that movie with James Spader where they go into ancient Egypt?
It's actually our time machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this looks like a drug trip I was on once.
It is. That's a magic donut.
Okay.
You just reach up, take a bite, and you'll be high.
Okay, and then more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I start thinking of Eugene when I look at that.
And some red and green stuff. It's magical. And there's that dragon again. Yeah. Everybody loves the dragon.
Is the dragon going to be back this year?
He's going to be in St. John's this year.
Okay.
We have a giant disco ball this year, though.
Oh, wow.
We have other things that blow fire.
And it looks like this isn't St. John's, is it?
No.
I see a flown array.
Yes, that is somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where that is.
And then what? I think we're back to the top. What is this guy again? Looks like Illuminati code, or
That's
bad
a window
scan.
into a different dimension. It happens all the time. And there's that dangerous cat again. You got to watch out for that.
Wow. Thank you for the tour, Chris.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, you can actually ride boats across the river this year. We did it every year. You have free boat rides.
Free boat rides, back and forth.
On the Crystal Dolphin.
The Crystal Dolphin.
Super sexy name.
Excellent.
Super sexy boat.
Well, and so the kickoff date is
The 7th.
February 7th, everybody. It starts, and it goes till the 9th.
3 days.
3
But
days.
If you want to give us $200,000 or $300,000, we'll make it 5 days.
There you go. There you go. And they're ready to do that right now.
We are ready to
put the money on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone will.
Drop it in.
Yeah.
One of you billionaires out there who's like spending it on stupid stuff, like, paying off politicians, should give us some cash.
Bloomberg's new knickers or something. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, well, Chris, it has been great having you. Can you stick around for a little bit? We're going to have our next guest on, but if you would hang out, we'll hopefully have a big surprise for y'all at the end of this. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a minute. And thank you for watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour.
Well, maybe this whole winter's blues thing is maybe it's a real thing. I know winter anywhere can be tough. It's cold, it's wet, it's snowy, or wherever you are, it's miserable. But I never get the winter blues because I'm always drinking Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City coffee. It's always good, and it's always something that just keeps me warm inside and just, chases those winter blues away. I'm not saying that it really does have any of these kind of medicinal qualities, but, nothing like a cup of coffee. And it's got to be Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City coffee. Nothing like it. Chasing those winter blues away. You're going to feel good. It's always good. This coffee is great. I swear by it. I love it. And it's going to make you happy.
Pay some bills? Time to pay some bills? Time to pay some bills? Time to pay some bills?
We'll go a little late. Let's try and close it down by 10:15. 10:15.
Somebody posted a meme today. Said that my birthday needs more coming.
Bills to pay now. Time to pay some bills? Bills to pay now. Bills to pay now.
Why'd you think me so hard to get? just makes it hard to choose. Day passes by, don't any better. Changing like
Chada Adi, courtesy Badfinger. Thank you.
Well, maybe this whole winter's blues thing is kind of, maybe it's a real thing. You know, I know, winter anywhere.
Okay.
Look good and let Jimmy Gimbler show you the way. He's got the finest silk, wool, satin, gabardine, and cotton blend suits available anywhere. It's off the rack and on your back. Look good for your high school reunion and your Uncle Dick's funeral. Stock up with our current sale. Buy 2 suits and get 3 free at Jimmy Gimbler's Suit Rack.
And there's definitely years of stuff here. Like you get like a G3 and then.
That work for you, David?
Look, if you're having trouble getting out of bed,
G4, the G4.
on these winter days, these dark winter mornings, you know, when the sun seems to take forever to come out, well, drink Saffer Brothers Downtown Blend Chase City Coffee. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. And if you think you're not going to be able to get out of bed, well then just take the coffee pot and get it all ready and plug it in right next to your bed. That way, you don't even have to get out of bed to have that first cup of coffee. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing. Black coffee in bed. They wrote a song about it a long time ago. It's a good one. And make it Saffer Brothers Downtown Blend Tasted City Coffee. It's always good, and it's always something that is going to get you going in the morning. If you can't get out of bed, have that coffee in bed, and then you're going to be able to get out of bed.
It's good to source this out because I could spend the whole hour talking about that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we're there?
End of commercials.
Okay.
Well, maybe this whole winter's blues thing is kind of, maybe it's a real thing. You know, I know.
Works, David. You're supposed to have this figured out, and I was just kind of. Oh, we're back. We're back, everybody. We're back. Welcome. Our guest needs no introduction because he's not into the whole music thing, but we're gonna give him one anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not Dusty McCord, but this is.
I'm Dusty McCord. I don't know where am I looking? Right there. I'm Dusty McCord. Thank you.
And how long have you been coming to the program, Dusty?
This program? Well, this was my first time coming to the program, but I've been here since 8:25.
8:25.
So-
That's dedication. We're very
Well, I
lucky to get.
I like to come early. I don't like being super late. So
I'm going to give you a little more of an introduction. I have a little something
Oh.
that came my way. Let's see, where was that? That would be right here. Yes. Okay. Let's see what this is about.
should I introduce this? You gotta start.
But I think we also can record it. But I can fix it. There's a syndicated version. We can do all sorts of things.
Oh, that's a lot of work. So this is the intro to the film night that I run at Curious
So Portland's funniest videos. Should we do it one more time, or you want to come back?
that's
Okay, we're coming back to the studio here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here with Dusty.
Yeah.
Portland's funniest video.
Portland's funniest video. So I am one of the co-hosts, and I help run the event. I actually run the submission section of the experience. So people submit to me, and then I pick the movies, and I deliver them to the theater.
And I have to, a little. David and I have been submitting our movies to this, so we thought it'd be
Full
nice.
disclosure.
Yeah, full disclosure.
Yeah.
We're sucking up to one of the
Sure,
submission
yeah.
guys here.
It really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
This
know,
makes me
did you
feel
need
super
another
good.
beer or anything? Some cheese,
well,
perhaps.
I ate a lot of cheese earlier, so.
Good. So, Dusty, how did you get involved with short films? Well, let's just talk about the film festival process, and then we'll go back further. But to where you are now,
Yeah.
to maybe like 5 or 8 years.
5 or 8 years. Well, I don't know. So when I was in my early 20s, I went to a film night called IT Night, which was Independent Tuesday night, where this is back when you recorded things to tape.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of the night was you would just make something and then show up and give them the tape, and they would play it.
Nice.
And for a while there, it got pretty raucous. And we were at the.
Was this edited tapes or just one camera shoot?
It was whatever you wanted.
Okay,
So,
show with the tape
and
that's
you
it.
submitted right before the showing.
Okay.
So like they didn't decide what played or not.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was at the Acme, which is now the White Owl Social Club.
Okay.
I don't know if that gives anyone any insight to where that is, but that was pretty raucous and cool, and we got a really loyal following. I didn't actually run it; I was just part of the loyal following.
Yeah.
And then it started petering out. My friend Tamara J. Brown and my friend Chris Hackett at the time, we were like, we should like convince them to like try harder and turn it into a competition and like advertise it. And the showrunner, who's a really great guy, he was like, I don't like any of those ideas. So Chris and I and Tamara built our own thing called Suck My Flick many years ago.
Okay.
And then that was pretty big for a while. But
Rich, you've heard of Suck My Flick?
No, I just said I'm scandalized.
Scandalized,
By
yeah.
the notion.
Well, it was named by a lesbian lady, so.
Okay.
I feel like it's like a little. I didn't come up with the name.
So you have permission then?
Yeah,
if,
yeah,
if
like
a
it
lesbian
was
names
scandalous,
it.
but lesbian named it.
I don't know
so.
if you caught the whole bit with
It's
Owen
lesbian
Schroyer, but a girl just he was covering the women's protest.
Oh.
It's this dude that works for Alex Jones, and he got accosted by a woman. And I swear to God, he was smiling, and now he's like suing her or something like that. So
It's sort of
this is
related.
the Me Too world. We're
I
navigating
wasn't
some
in the Me
interesting
Too.
things.
It wasn't the Me Too. That was like, oh well. So I wasn't the Me Too world. when I
Suck My
started with them.
Flicks could be in the Me Too era now.
Sure,
could
sure.
Be very
Right.
dangerous. Very
But yeah, we changed the name to Attack the Flicks. I don't know if anyone in town remembers that name, but we changed it mostly because no one would even let us pay to advertise. They wouldn't
Really?
accept the name.
No kidding.
Not even the Mercury.
How long ago
Wow.
was that?
At least 6 years ago. 6-7 years
I think
ago.
Portland Monthly would
We're back into that new Portland thing.
They're so fucking
Dude, you would
sassy
think
over
you would
there.
think so. No, not even like PDX Pipeline or anyone. They wouldn't fucking. So we changed our name to Attack of the Flicks so that we could just pay to advertise the event. And then I ended up having a kid and getting a corporate job, and I was like, this is a lot of work for no pay. I'm the one paying for this event. So I took a hiatus for like 5 years or so, almost 6 years, and I ran into the owner of the Curious Comedy Theater, Stacy, at a coffee shop, and she's like, you should start up a film night again. And now
Is this the same person then during the Attack of the Flicks?
she's been she started the theater. She's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah,
I
Stacey
was
Hall.
astounded when we were recently in there. They've completely. Did they take the roof off? It seems like it's a lot taller.
No, I don't think they've taken the roof off, but they've definitely put in a lot of work.
It's a beautiful establishment.
She's been amazing at like getting money to make the space like amazing. I mean, before it was a lot of effort. It would take me an hour with some extra help to set up before every show, and now I show up on a Monday and I hand them a drive. They test everything, and I show up and I enjoy the event on the Wednesday.
Yeah, that's great.
They run the show. They count the votes. They do everything. I get to stand up in front of people and pretend like I did something. So it's pretty cool.
Well, speaking of that, it makes me think of the location is the Curious Comedy Theater over on MLK,
Right next to Alberta.
Next to Alberta, very near this vicinity, and. Well, I was going to say, it seems like there's a lot of, in the film series, and I noticed this before, comedy troupes and whatnot. Do you have an experience in the comedic realms? Getting back into your history.
I mean, I've always, like, when I used to make short comedies, they were, when I used to make short movies, they were always comedies. And then when I was doing film nights at the Curious Comedy Theater, I did a bunch of their improv classes.
Okay.
And then I used to do improv more, but it's hard being a dad and a person who works a lot.
Have you done stand up then? Or?
I have not done stand up. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to sit down. I feel like I'm a funny person, but it's hard for me to sit down and like actually come up with jokes that would like run right into another. You know.
Well, you know, we're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna come back and have you do some stand up.
I got a quick question. Can I?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not following here, but did you say that you were doing some improv workshops with Phil Knight?
No, Curious Comedy.
Oh, was it film or? I swear I heard film.
Film Night probably.
Okay.
Film Night.
I did meet Phil Knight one time, and I shook his hand.
Okay, because I was gonna say he is so competitive, he'd be fucking terrible for improv.
No, Film Night was like his sister or something.
Yeah, his sister Film.
Not
okay.
Yeah.
Film. There's old Film again. My mom tells
an
me
interesting
stories.
thing about Phil Knight is he's the 42nd richest person in the whole world. And if you ever meet him, he looks like a homeless person wearing a blazer.
Yes.
Right.
Like he's wearing the shittiest Nike shoes Nike makes, and the crappiest, most worn down pants that don't fit him.
I bet it's so
and then a
comfortable. Are they
shitty
sweats?
fucking
They're
t-shirt
probably
and a
sweats.
blazer.
Aren't they? Oh my God.
And he's 103 years old.
Yeah, he's
right?
old.
Like,
Yeah, and he looks. I mean, I hope you're not watching this, Phil. But I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy. But I do know that. I mean, I don't know how.
Well, and most of all, Phil, if you are watching this, we didn't mean to insult your sister, Film.
And we're
So,
really
no
sorry about
offense.
the gubernatorial election. I guess there's one thing you can't buy in this state.
It's
so.
the center for Chris Dudley for the Blazers. He did buy him, didn't he? Or?
Yeah, but they didn't win either.
Oh.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, I was talking about the governor.
Yeah.
Maybe I forget.
yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
Give
We'll
it
be
a few
right
seconds.
back
Yeah.
with Dusty.
Okay.
4. Did I miss it? I hit 4. So why don't?
So, let me give you some advice, okay? Because I know that's not usually what this is about. You know, I know you know this is a Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City Coffee advertisement, right? That's me giving you information about how great this coffee is. It's always good. And so my advice would be, don't take any advice from a washed up comic, okay? First of all, just don't take any advice. But what I'm telling you is, if you're miserable, don't tell anybody about it, because they don't want to hear about it. Okay, and sadly enough, have some downtown blend, Taste the City coffee, and made by Safford Brothers, of course. That's the only one. And if you're still having problems, you're gonna have to get professional help because you gotta pay people to talk to them about being miserable. Otherwise, your friends are gonna get turned off and they're not gonna want to talk about it. But remember, downtown blend, Taste the City coffee, it's always good and it's gonna make you feel better.
I'm gonna be up playing guitar.
Worston's Pizza is everything you love about pizza. It starts with our golden crust. Of course, you're gonna want cheese on that. Then, it's whatever toppings you want. Pepperoni, always a favorite. How about the green peppers? You want something blue? No one ever put anything blue on a pizza, but it's colorful. Try the roasted garlic. And don't forget the black olives. We make them the way you want them. Worston's Pizza. Italian by marriage.
That's some of David's East Coast humor there.
Whoa. Yes, and we're back. We're back. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to, we have both Chris and Dusty here. We're going to kind of try and wrap things up. Are there any final comments you guys want to say? If you guys met each other, is there anything you wanted to talk about? Did you want to do some stand-up? Maybe try some improv?
Your light show?
I talked about the light show. It's lighty. It's really
It sounds
bright, but
cool. I'm gonna
it's
go.
fun. You should go. Everybody should go.
Can people volunteer for the light show?
Everybody can volunteer and should volunteer for the light show.
When did you have to volunteer for? When did you
Right
start?
now.
Start
Just do it
right now.
today. Just go find us. Go just like volunteer Portland Winter Light Festival. Volunteer, donate. Give me something. Buy me lunch.
Buy Chris some lunch? And did you need any donations or anything with
I
the
don't-
Portland's
I don't.
Funniest Video?
The theater really donates everything. I mean, just come to the show, make a movie. So you can donate to me.
Yeah.
There's no way to actually donate to me. I don't have a donate way to do that, but you can donate love, prayers, wishes, hopes. You can donate to him.
I give kickbacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I love kickbacks. That's like
But
reminds
yeah,
me of
honestly,
politics
just
and
donate
Portland
your
politics.
time by making a movie and bringing it to the film night.
Yeah. Well, you know, tonight's kind of something special. We're starting our 4th season of the year, and I have
4 years.
Well, really 3.5. We kind of did a half season and cheated there, but you can see it all in syndication on the YouTubes. But you know, this time of year, it's special. We're all service industry people, so most of us are, well, not all of us. Some of us have good jobs, but some of us are really poor. So that donation thing is very important. Artists and tech people need all the donations you can get. We have a Patreon sponsor, have a PayPal. Sometimes you can catch me just out with a can busking. If I remember my guitar, sometimes I'm just dancing. So, you know, need money. And one of the main reasons I need money is because this mayor we have, he's...
Oh, yeah, word in I heard back over by the fridge with the beer that you hate the mayor.
Yeah, mayor, I can't remember, which one are we up to now? It's not Tom Potter, it's the Frank Ivancy guy? Yeah. He's like, you know, I don't want to be mayor anymore. Like someone caught Frank Ivancy saying that under his breath. Frank Ivancy doesn't want to be mayor anymore.
Why doesn't he want to be mayor?
Big building with a statue in front that we won't even be able to see.
Yes.
What is the statue?
The
with a fish?
Greshlandia thing.
Yeah, it's be like Art Deco and pink. Anyways.
Well, oh, it's my lovely wife Jamila. Hi, honey. How are you? Good. It's good to see you this season. Back for another season. Yes.
Good to be here. Say goodnight, Jeff.
All right. Good night, Jeff.
Tell you, my wife.
Me.
something else. She's a. I like yours, man. It's like some double time shit.
But I really don't want her. Woo! She owns herself. She cares about all of us. She cares about you too.